This is another thing that people often say when it comes to accessibility options in video games. They say that there's no way to keep people from misusing accessibility options. What the fuck is misusing an accessibility option? If it's there, people should be able to use it. I'm going to talk about Evo because I love fighting games. I already talked about Blind Sven, who was able to play better because of the accessibility options. Do you know how many people signed up for Street Fighter 6 at Evo? Over 7,000 people. Do you know how many people were allowed to use accessibility options? All 7,000 of those people. If they wanted sound warnings to tell them where they are and where attacks were coming from, they could just use them. You know how many people use them? Nearly no one. Because it takes skill to learn how to use those accessibility options. It's not an instant easy mode. Adjusting to a disability is hard. I'm doing it right now. It's very hard. So you're not gonna just get better if you turn on the audio accessibility options. And even if you did, who cares? People have been making a big stink about, modern controls in Street Fighter 6 because it lets you do one button special. Well, Haitani got into top 6 using modern controls. And Haitani is one of the gods of Street Fighter 6. He's been doing this good well before modern controls. It's just he preferred using them. It didn't make him win or lose, and it didn't give anyone an unfair advantage. When you put accessibility options in a game, they're just part of the game. It's that simple. There is no misusing them. If you want to compete in Street Fighter and you want to add audio cues to make you better, go for it. If you want to use simple inputs to make you better, go for it. In the end, you or I are not going to be up on the main stage of Evo. The people who have always been on the main stage of Evo are going to be on the main stage of Evo, regardless of the accessibility options that they use, and they did use some. And it didn't affect anyone's gameplay whatsoever. It just let people play the game the way they wanted to play. And that's the whole point.